Good day and welcome to a new video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hello and welcome today. Today you're joined by me, Daniel. Today you can see me painting page 9, and I'm also in with Dmitry Burmark. Yeah, so that should be cool. We got him in chatting today. Chatting about a few things here and there. I don't know, we've got some questions that I do come up with and things like that, so I'll get everything cool. Hey,
Hi.
how's it? Is it Dmitry Burmark? Is that how you say
it? Sorry. Yeah, it's Dmitry Burmark.
Awesome.
Oh, sorry.
That's all good.
It was funny.
Yeah, so you can find them on burmark.artstation.com. Links are down below that I'll share. Sometimes we have other links that I share down there. Sometimes it depends on what I'm talking about and things like that. Sometimes, but yeah, usually just the artists' channels are on there and things like that. So you're illustrator from Moscow, Russia.
From Moscow, yeah.
Yeah, tell me a bit more about yourself.
Well, I'm freelance artist. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to switch off the sound from your stream.
Good. It didn't come through, so.
Yeah, it was so loud. Well, yes, I'm from Russia. I live well, not exactly in Moscow, just right nearby it. And I'm working as freelance illustrator for about, I don't know, 9 years.
Yeah,
or 8. Yeah.
So, how old were you when you started in freelance?
Actually, I'm now about 40. I'm 38, and I just started when I was about 20 or 20 something, So I'm not like from the school. I was quite old, not old, but adult person when I started.
Well, that's all good, you gotta start somewhere. we kind of.
Yeah, no, I actually draw when I was at school, like most guys. Yeah. But thinking about make it a the profession to live with that. It was a late decision for me.
Yeah, fair enough. What made that decision?
I don't know. I always liked to draw. As I said in school, and I like pictures and in games and in magazines and books. And I decided, why not to try? If I like it, I can teach myself how to draw. It was the time, actually. It was about how long ago? About 15 years ago. And the internet just started, this massive thing. And some communities appeared with artists online. And there were a few communities in Russian internet with artists from Russian game studios. And the guys who were there, they were so cool. And they drew so amazing stuff, and I was I want to draw the same. And actually I was started as an engineer after the school, and when I was graduated, when I got my diploma, I decided to drop all this engineering stuff and start to draw. Yeah, that's how it went.
Awesome. Were you doing other things while you were like drawing and doing that stuff, or
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
were you doing other things while you were learning to draw and things like that at the time?
Well, yeah, I had a job.
Hmm.
I was a designer.
Awesome.
I just, yeah, I designed, you know, like business cards and
Yeah.
something like that.
Brands and kind of logos, things like
Well,
that.
not
Yeah.
almost business cards. It was it was a small, not actually a company. It's a small a room for people who drew business cards every day, and yeah, and yeah, I just started by myself, and then I found a job in game studio. And when I got a job, I look at my drawings and said that I thought that I need to study more actually because that was not good at all.
Yeah.
And it was very strange because I had job already, but I couldn't draw well enough. So I had my second college. How do you call it? In arts, yeah, I had
Your second studies.
second studies, yeah, second diploma, yeah. That was tough
Yeah.
because you got to work and study, and yeah, that was not easy at all.
Definitely. It always is, like with work, sometimes, where usually people kind of work around their course, but sometimes you have to work kind of more to pay the rent and everything, so you can't, afford that way. Um,
Yeah.
I've heard many stories like I listen to a lot of podcasts and things, and one of them is Bobby Chio's podcast. And Daniel Arriaga was on there once. He was talking about how he, started because his wife kind of pushed him to do, study art. And I was just hearing about it, and I was like, just shocked. He did like I think it was 8 or 10 hours a day of coursework, 10 hours working on painting and everything.
That's crazy.
And then he would then take the train from where he was, about an hour or two on the train, and then he would go to work for I think it was like 4 or 5 hours, and then once it's like 10 o'clock, and do that every day. I was just hearing that. It's ridiculous.
No, yeah, it's crazy.
But
you got to be young and strong, right?
But to where he is today, it took a lot of struggles, but he got to an amazing place, which is what's its worth.
Well, I had a job about 8 hours a day, and then I had my course for about 3 or 4 hours, in the evening.
Yeah.
So it was, but my job was, I just sat and at the chair and drew. As I said, I was an artist. It was my job. Yeah, so it was like I drew every whole day long. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of at the moment. That's the stage I'm at. I'm working to pay the rent and everything. Then I come home and do 2 or 3 hours, or so often of painting. I don't get to paint the whole day, but yeah, it takes a lot of effort in it, but you know it's rewarding in the end, which is awesome. Um, yeah.
Mm.
Um, yeah. So I was wondering. So I've seen you've worked on Magic the Gathering. Um, and I'm wondering, have you actually played the game? In any form?
Well, actually, I played the game a couple of times. I don't play it.
Fair enough.
Uh, I don't know. You need friends, and company to play it. Actually, I'm working not alone. I'm
Yeah.
working with my wife, and we both joined for. Yeah, actually, we meet at each other at art studio,
Okay.
and yeah, we're together for almost 20 years now.
Oh, well,
So
awesome. That's great. It's
yeah,
quite
and
a bit of
and
time.
yeah, and we both artists, and we work on same projects, and yeah, it's like one life shared for two people.
That's
She drew for Magic the Gathering,
hmm.
for Pies the Pathfinder, uh, yeah, things like that. And we had a same project, the English tabletop game called Frostgrave.
Okay. Yeah, Frostgrave. Yeah.
Frostgrave, yeah. So yeah.
Cool. Well, that'd be awesome. Yeah. I
Yeah, it's
Say what were you gonna say?
no, I mean, many freelancers. It's easy to be alone at home uh, when you're working as freelancer, and we have each other, and like it's two of us, and it's not so boring, and it's very cool.
It's awesome. Yeah, you kind of need someone that supports you in a way if you're um passionate about
Yeah.
illustration, my partner, she loves her like photography and things like that. Um, so every now and again, I might use her to help me in that kind of thing if I need some reference, or sometimes I just might get her to pose for me or something for one of my drawings. And it's great to have her there to support me and keep me in check, I guess sometimes. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yes, and she has a question now. So she was wondering, when did you start to learn English? Um, well, it's two questions, so I just asked that one first. So when did you start to learn English?
uh, I don't know, in school, you know, in the in my childhood, and I didn't improve much since then. I just, I don't have much experience with it. I can listen people. I'm watching YouTube videos and podcasts, listen to podcasts and streams of English speaking persons, but it's very rare when I can speak by myself.
Hmm.
So I got small experience in that, but I can understand. It's I'm feeling like a dog. I can understand, but can't say.
Hmm.
So
That's all good. I mean, it's a different skill. It does take a while. I mean, I tried to learn French. We had to in
mhm.
school we had to take a class, and one of those classes was French. Um, I decided, you know, to do it, and yeah, it was challenging, learning it, but eventually, uh, I got my head around it and slowly learnt phrases and sentences. I don't remember all of
Mhm.
it nowadays, but that's because I don't, I don't have anyone to speak it to, or anything like that. Um, and some of it's, yeah, it's very practical. You have to go out and actually talk
Yeah, yeah,
to, English speaking people or French speaking people, um, to actually learn it. And yeah, and English, obviously, um, is such a big language. Like, we have a lot of different words for things, and all
yeah,
that. Um,
yes.
so it
Yeah,
can be more confusing as well. Um,
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I just need more practice. So thank you for practicing me. That.
mm.
Uh, it's good.
But yeah, I feel like you're doing pretty good.
Thank you.
um,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and she also asks, what inspired you to go into freelancing?
Oh, freelancing was actually one of my goal when I started to draw at all. Uh, Freelancing back then was not so big thing
Mm,
because everybody worked in companies in studios, so it was not so common as today to be a freelancer.
mm.
But some guys freelancing, and it was very cool and so romantic. I don't know how to say, to just to stay at home and draw whatever you want. Not whatever you want, but
Yes.
but still
And
very interesting stuff.
and yeah, and walk around in
Uh,
your
yeah,
PJs and things, eh? um,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It is kind of relatively a new concept, a new idea. Kind of, you go back 10 years ago or 15ish years ago, and people would be like, "What do you do?" Um, maybe 15. It was kind of really fresh. Um,
yeah. It existed, but not in such scale.
yeah, exactly. And now, it's becoming a little bit more common. Um, I mean, here in New Zealand, it's got a little bit um out there that it is a position now that you can do. You don't just need to find a 9 to 5 job. There is other options. Um,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
but I had enough jobs before I started freelancing.
Hmm.
I worked in few studios. We made games. Actually, I started as illustrator and drew cover illustrations for games. Yeah, but it was my first job, and it was crazy because I struggled a lot,
Hmm.
and it was uh, big pressure.
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, it was not comfortable at all, but it was very interesting. It was a quite big publisher. I don't know why they took me actually, but yeah, I worked there for a year or for a year and a half. Yeah, or 2 years. So, and I don't remember actually.
Okay.
So it was a huge step to start freelancing.
Hmm.
It, I had. It's not so easy. Uh, I collected some money first
Hmm.
to be sure I be all right if I don't get a job,
Yeah.
and only then I started.
Awesome. Yeah. I think that's always an important kind of starter. You've got to um get in a good position to kind of look for work, to have that kind of enough breathing room, kind of freedom, um,
Yeah.
to survive on your own. Um,
Yes.
I kind of get I guess a little bit scared in a way with some, you know, applying for some positions, like if you know, is it gonna actually be able to pay the rent every week, things like that. So
Mhm.
yeah.
So tell me, you just started, or are you a long-time artist?
So I've been creating art since I was like young, I guess. Um,
Mm, yeah.
and I kind of really got into it when I was kind of 15, 16, round about then. Um,
Mm,
and I just wanted to be like, at that point, I wanted to be an animator. You know, I saw
mm,
kind of the favorite shows at the time were like Family Guy and like Robot Chicken and those kind of things. And I saw
yeah.
that as kind of what I wanted to do. But eventually that grew into me wanting to draw and
Mm,
illustrate. And if one thing led to another, I studied. Um, and yeah, I've been after study. I've just been creating my own artwork and doing this YouTube channel at
mhm,
the moment, and yeah, building those things up. Um,
mhm. Okay,
yeah, and
great. Yeah, yeah. I can see that you like animation, and from your portfolio, it's very good, very great.
thanks. I really would really appreciate that. Um, yeah, I still feel like I've got a while to go though. um, but yeah, I mean, at the moment, I'm focusing on building my children's book. Um,
Yeah,
that I've
I
got.
can see you did few books, or like Junkyard Adventures.
Mm,
Yeah.
yes. That was a course project. Um, a
Okay.
school project. Um, kind of in that I did more than I needed in a way because I went all
Yeah,
out.
but it looks so cool.
Yeah,
All these robots.
thanks. But
Yeah.
even looking back at that, I look back at it and now I'm like, I want to redo it. Um, so it's interesting how far I've come sometimes, um, as well, which is cool. Um, do you look back at old pieces and we're like, I can improve that?
Well, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I can see that I improve a lot, but yeah, I actually can fix some images from the past.
Mm, yeah, sure. I also the question was, what you're doing now, so illustrating and creating, was that always what you wanted to do?
Well, what I'm doing now? Yes. I now I'm drawing magic, and it's like dream job. It's like
Yeah.
so cool. I really like it, and uh, yeah, no, freelancing
Mm,
gave me everything I wanted. I Because in game studios you draw what they give you, and it's not always very interesting. In
mm,
most cases, it's not interesting at all. It's just game stuff that you just a job. I can say it's bad or something like that, but for me, it's more interesting to draw characters, like illustrations, things like that. And I quit my job because of it, because I wanted to draw this stuff.
mm,
And my clients from freelancing, they gave me just what I needed. It's just some action scenes, some monsters, and some heroes, warriors, and things like that. I love to draw it so much.
Yeah. That's cool.
Uh,
Well, yeah, it's I feel like that if if I chose something that was kind of like this as a for instance, like erotic art, some of that kind of stuff is more popular. Like
yeah.
I've seen quite a few jobs out there for that kind of thing. Or if I like to draw, there are some other topics as well. Those kind of more character based beat 'em up, shoot 'em up game things. If I like to do that more of that kind of thing, I might have had a little bit more, employability, if you would say. But it's just I love, to do these kind of things like my children's books, my children characters, and those kind of those vibrant colors and all that stuff. I really love it. Yeah.
No, that's cool that we can draw what we like, right?
Yeah. And that for me is more valuable than being employed or paid for doing it. Yeah, for me at least. Yeah, there might be some people that think different, but
No, money are very important too,
yeah,
because you can't live without payment, right? It's all we need actually, just to pay for rent, for food, So yeah, it's just you need to keep this balance between what you want and what people need, right? So you got to find someone who will pay you for drawing what you like.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's figuring it out because it's very interesting because I think a design that I did probably when I was in like design school. This was going back 7 or 8 years ago. It's interesting because I used to sell those as like t-shirts or something. I didn't do very well, like sold a couple or something. But I'm pretty sure like the design that was on this boy's shirt I saw today was like close to my design, and it was like really interesting for me. That was like seeing my work could have been a bit more for that design. Which is cool to see.
Great.
Yeah, so I see you also do YouTube as well. A little bit.
Well, yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I got to pay more attention to it actually. I'm going to upload more videos from time to time from iPad or to record something. But I don't know. I guess I'm very lazy. I streamed a little bit last year. If you saw my channel, I had few interviews with guys like you do. Yeah, we did this. I don't know how to call it, activity when we at the same time some weird characters. We had this fun stuff. We had a generator of characters, and what this generator did, it mixed a few characters from pop culture, and we've got to draw it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we draw crazy mixes like Conan and Boba Fett mixed with Warhammer Warhammer, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Princess Toadstool, for example, from Mario
Yeah.
in Mad Max setting. So yeah, we had these crazy mixes and drew them,
Awesome.
and this stuff is what I had in my YouTube channel.
It sounds pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, each their own. There are some YouTubers that just kind of make a few videos here and there and do well that, and others actually do it a bit more often. I mean, it's each their own. It's just kind of another platform to kind of share. Um,
Yeah, it's most popular, I believe. It's very easy to watch videos,
Yep.
and yeah, it's much easier than to draw. Yeah, YouTube is huge part of of internet surfing. So everybody watch YouTube. Yeah, it's great platform.
Yeah, it's for everyone creating videos. It's not for everyone, but anyone can watch videos off there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I see that you've done a few recordings as well on there. Do you find that awkward at all, like setting up recording it and things like that?
Yeah, it's actually different. Yeah, I'm feeling like someone is watching me for me every time. It's very closely, and it's judging my drawings. No, someone who it's abstract person who's watching, and I got to be very careful and draw without mistakes because everybody will see it.
Yeah.
But with time, it became more natural, and I had few streams and with no problem with drawing online in front of people. But yeah, it's different. What do you publish on your YouTube? Is it almost your stream?
Yeah, so I have these streams every week that I do, and also once a month I do my monthly drawing streams that I do.
Monthly drawing.
Yeah, so basically I call it monthly drawing.
It's what you draw for a month.
Yeah, well, yeah, I call it monthly drawing because I can't call it daily drawing because I'm not drawing every day. I could call it weekly drawing, but I like to just call it monthly drawing so that I can talk in that month about all those drawings. I take 4 words a week and just draw those 4 words in any way, form I like in my sketchbook. And yeah, and then I talk about it at the end of the month. I just go through those drawings. Yeah, and then I've got these 3 a month weekly stream things that I do with artists. Sometimes they're just with me. I just chat about things, painting in the background as I do, and just chat about things here and there, thoughts and things that I have sometimes. And then I also have weekly tips, which I do every Wednesday. They go up, and that is just a little weekly tip, 5-minute video. It could be something about Photoshop or something about lighting. Or I did one about foreshadowing, drop shadow. Sorry, did one about drop shadows a few weeks ago, and things like that. So yeah.
That sounds like a lot of content you've got.
Yeah. It keeps me busy, and it does keep me going as well. You know, if I didn't have it, I think I wouldn't have created as much as I have today. Um,
Mm.
because I would have got lazy, been like, oh, I don't need to finish this, you know, I could finish it whenever I want, kind of a thing, where
Mm.
YouTube gives me that motivation where I have to kind of
Yeah.
finish this piece by this date.
Some discipline,
But
right?
yeah, otherwise, you know, my YouTube channel would just drop down and, you know, it wouldn't go anywhere, kind of a thing. But, you know, um, kind of a
Oh, it's
self-discipline,
cool.
but yeah.
Yeah, it's good motivational tool.
Hmm.
It's great. Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoy it. I really enjoy chatting with all you amazing artists and yeah, and yeah.
Oh,
Recording
that's cool.
myself
Yeah,
though, yeah.
yeah, I saw you've got some quite cool guests on your YouTube. Who was the last? I forgot the last one. The
Last week,
uh,
uh,
okay, I didn't watch.
I have a few, so it's like, who was it?
Yeah, yeah,
I kind of
yeah, I
remember
know it.
vaguely, but
Yeah, I know that. I know that feeling when when you're online and it's not easy to answer this simplest thing. You know, like what's your name? Yeah. So yeah, it's good to that you're chatting with artists, and it's I saw many interviews when I started, and as you said, Bobby Chu did many interviews back then, and it was a huge influence for me because when you started to understand how people came in this field, what they experienced, it's very useful, because you understand that they are not gods, not someone special. They're just people who wanted to be there, and yeah, they did it. And there's no big thing about that. Just you just got to study and work a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly it. You know, that's why I enjoy it too. Is I, meet a lot of people, different experiences as well. Yeah. Last week was Nova. He was an environment artist, and it was pretty cool to chat to. Um, he was another one that wasn't fully English as well, but he spoke pretty good, as far as I know. It's the same as you. You seem pretty good at English. Yeah, and it's the same for me. I want to put my 2 cents in as well. Into,
Oops, sorry.
It's all good.
Okay. Denis Zilber, right? Denis Zilber. I don't know.
Yeah, awesome.
It was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was on his workshop actually.
Oh, awesome.
few years ago. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah. He's the one, I believe, he's creating a book.
Oh, really? I don't know actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one that's creating. He's creating a new art book, teaching art book. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's him. I was talking to this. Yeah, he's creating a new art book at the moment. He created one called Characters, the art of Dennis, but he's also working on one that's teaching a lot. So it'd be interesting because he was Russian mostly.
Yes, yeah. I was in his workshop in Moscow, but he doesn't live in Russia. Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah. Well, it's awesome. Yeah, and also same with me. I like to give my 2 cents as well. Being um, a consistent person, I guess, at illustrating and creating and things like that. Um,
Yeah, I learned great things from his workshop.
awesome. Anything you'd like to kind of um, say about what he said in his workshop? Like, what kind of advice?
What I saw in his workshop, he actually presented some nice technique with making, with drawing objects with um, flattered light. You know how to say it? Not directional, but flat light. Like ambient occlusion light,
Yeah.
and then to apply some lighting, some direct lighting on this object. So it was. It's better him to explain it. So
Awesome.
basically, what he saw was some kind of ambient occlusion with some directional light applied later. So yeah, it was very interesting. I tried to do like this, but I no, it doesn't work for me that way, at least.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is not everyone's technique's gonna work for you. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, you got to take everyone's you gotta drink every kind of cup of tea to find the perfect cup of tea, if that makes sense. um you got to trial and play around with what works best for you. um yeah, but I mean, going to these workshops, learning from these artists, their experiences and the way they paint things and things like that, it's always, yeah, just important to keep that in mind and always, look into it.
yes. Oh, you're watching at my art station.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is all your work here. You've done some amazing stuff, I can see. Um,
Oh yeah, can you see it? Mega Smash sketches stuff.
yeah,
That's what I talked about. Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, so it's the ones that were on the YouTube channel. Um, awesome. It's
Yeah.
funny. Tingle plus Jason Voorhees in Skyrim.
Yes. The stuff like this.
Awesome.
And actually, it was. If you check this hashtag in Instagram, there are more from other guys.
Ah.
So yeah, a few guys in Russia, they just continue to draw it, and pretty amazing artists.
Hmm.
It's way more in Instagram
Hmm.
with these hashtags, Mega Smash sketches. I don't have this hashtag here, but hashtag is Mega Smash sketches in Instagram. It's very cool. Not from me, but yeah, other guys, they did amazing job.
Awesome. It sounds awesome. I mean, it looks like you've done a few awesome ones as well. Um, yeah. Thanks for coming in to this chat.
Oh,
It's been great having you.
thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, everyone feel free to check out Burmark's work. Um, Burmark's work. Sorry.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
link in the description. Thanks for checking out this video. If you checked out this video, whether you watch this live or on YouTube, yeah, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. See you all in the next video. Goodbye.
Goodbye.